not a physical person, it's mostly just a shadow figure. But what I do see is this.
What was that?
Can you do me a favor, and if it is actually you, just help me out. I don't necessarily have to, but if you could do me a favor, can you make that go all the way to red? All the way. Fantastic. That's awesome. Thank you.
Those are the types of responses we're talking about, guys. They respond to exactly what it is that we're asking them to do.
Oh.
Can't see what we're doing here.
No, you can't.
I don't like that at all.
The forward camera works. Oh, hang on. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. It worked for me. It didn't work for her. What's up, everybody? I almost gave a Yahoo, and then I realized it would be very rude to yell. Here.
We're the only ones here.
But we're not.
Well, but, like,
But we're not.
you know.
So yes, the owners are downstairs. What is up, everybody?
Howdy.
So, you're tuning into a live investigation of the Mason House in Bentonsport, Iowa. And you're honestly way better at telling the history because you know all the history by heart.
I do. Well, I don't know about by heart, but I'm a little more familiar with it. So, the Mason House Inn is a bed and breakfast that's located in Bentonsport, Iowa, which is literally like 10 miles north of the Missouri border. This was built as a steamboat inn. It's right on the Des Moines River, so you can look out these windows right here.
And I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pause you just a second. We'll look out the window. We got highs from like Indiana, Tennessee. This is a big exciting thing going on. So that's it. Will definitely. So we are actually
Totally need to turn down the volume.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna be here all weekend. We'll definitely be putting out better, more daytime pictures as we go.
Definitely.
So I know
Yeah.
there's actually quite a few names in there I didn't recognize in the live stream.
That's
so first of all,
awesome.
thank you, and be sure to hop on the Travelers Moon Facebook page, like and follow that. It's a big old fun weekend. There's gonna be tons of pictures, all sorts of fun stuff ensuing. But but yeah, so they're here for the ghosty stuff now. So we're at an old steamboat inn. It's on the Missouri.
Okay, so it was built in 1846, and it was built as a steamboat inn, and it actually started out a different layout than it is right now. Right now there are 5 rooms here on the second floor, 1 room on the first floor, 2 rooms outside, and a caboose. So there's a total of 8 rooms currently. But when it was originally set up, I think there was 12 rooms, 10 to 12 rooms originally. It was, so for example, this room that we're standing in right here, this is room 5. And this was 3 rooms, I believe, originally. So the floor plan is different now than it used to be.
And I'm going to scroll real hard real quick. So this is actually the Travelers Moon Suite tonight. We're sharing the room tomorrow because there's multiple beds. But this bed right here, somebody died there.
Well, not in the bed.
No, the mattress is new, but the bed frame.
Yes.
And this isn't one of the things I love about the Mason House Inn. There's so much just beautiful like woodworking all around. You'll get to see all of it throughout the investigation.
Yeah, so this is actually the bed that Lewis Mason died in, I believe it was. So the history of this inn can be tracked way back. The current owners, Chuck and Joy Hansen, they absolutely love this place. They've owned it for quite a while now. And they have done extensive research and have documented all of the research. So, I mean, we can tell you factually some deaths that happened in here. For example, like Lewis Mason died in this bed. Fannie Mason died downstairs in front of the fireplace. Mary Mason died upstairs on the 3rd floor in this front bedroom, which would be almost directly over where we're standing right now. So there are more deaths than that, but I mean, that's 3 of the top people who have definitely ran the inn, and so it's a lot of cool history. So built in 1846, It has been a steamboat inn. It's been used as a Civil War hospital. It's part of the Underground Railroad. It's been used as
tuberculosis sanatorium
hospital for just a little while. It's been all sorts of different things. A boarding school for a little bit. Very interestingly, downstairs, one of the front bedrooms, what would be bedroom number 1 now, was actually the town tavern. Just a ton of cool history. So the inn is also full of its resident spirits. So there are a handful of spirits here that are always, or almost always, here and love to interact with people. We won't go into all their names right off the bat because we want to try to get some communication and see what they're going to share with us and see if you guys can't pick up some names too. But we've been coming down here. Well, I've been coming down here, I guess, Chris, not quite as long, but
not even close to as long. Are you kidding me? Like, not even close.
Yeah, we've been coming down here. We were trying to figure it out. We don't even know how long it's been, but it's pushing around 15 years that we've been coming down here. So, you know, the spirits that are here at the inn, they know us. We know them. They're our family at this point. So, we'll see how it is with just 2 of us if we bring enough energy. But when I bring groups down like we have coming down tomorrow night, they love to interact with people. So I'm excited. I love coming to Mason House. All right, so we did kind of show you room 5, but I'll just kind of take you back through here again. So room 5 is one of the biggest rooms in the inn. It technically is made up of 2 different rooms with 2 twin beds. And then the double death bed, of course. I mean, I'm sure that's probably not how we're supposed to be referring to it as a deathbed, but, you know, gorgeous, gorgeous old mirror. Look at that. So pretty. This is room 4. And this would have probably been closer to the original size of the rooms, although I'd be willing to bet this is probably big. The way that it was kind of described is that it was big enough for a bed, and that was about it. So this is room 4. This room tends to have a lot of children activity. All right, so this here is room 6. This is a super fun room, and this is also one of the rooms that you will find one of the resident spirits hanging out in quite often. This is what would be considered his room. Not that he stays just in here, but
so much cool stuff. This is another, this is the, like, sister bed or something to the one we'll be sleeping in tonight, where...
Yeah, I can't remember the story of this one, but it's old, too.
Everything here is old. I love it.
This might be the one... It's either this one or the bed in 8 that was like the traveling... It was like a sample bed that a traveling salesman... Yeah. There's just too much history for my poor little brain.
Oh, yeah, and this is one of those fun, like, synchronicities with everything Jeff says. I walked up 2 stairs towards the 3rd floor, and I swear 2 or 3, I swear children, 2 or 3, ran down the stairs, through me laughing. Definitely common. Per our own experiences, this bathroom's kind of funky.
That bathroom
There's a
is
guy
weird.
in that bathroom, and anybody who just constantly hangs out in a bathroom, definitely
has some issues.
has issues. Creepy, yeah.
Although it got a little better as we were in here longer throughout the night and kind of had some conversations with him, like, "Hey, this is our bathroom. You need to give us some personal space." It got a little better, but yeah,
It's still weird. Yeah. I had to come up, have a talk. I'm like, "Hey, buddy, guess what? What you doing? It's creepy." And no time for that creepy stuff. But as long as we're still talking creepy, we are moving on to some... Oh, I didn't switch the camera. I just switched the light. Kind of the eerier portion of the Mason House Inn.
So there's not really any area of the inn that's like, "Oh, I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to be there."
We're not here like doing George Foreman KO boxing demons all night.
God,
So if that's the type of paranormal programming you're into, honestly, you won't see a whole lot of that on
No, not at all.
on our end. But if there was a place in this building that's like a little bit creepier, that's that's we're coming up in it.
Yeah, and this area has always just been more uncomfortable. And this is, I think at this point now I have slept at every room in the inn, except for this one.
And why is it?
It's not a room for females.
No, and it's I wouldn't say it's precisely a room for males, but it's more. I've noticed, per my experiences here, anyways, the females are generally speaking more uncomfortable in here, and that's just by own observation. And that area back there is a weird one for me.
Yeah, show me the creepy-ass stairway.
Oh yeah, and so I'm.
Do you need me to go get another flashlight so we can see things better?
So I'm not Mason. I was like newbie. Been in here for a couple of years, but I catch myself asking questions a lot. So these stairs. There's a story with these stairs, right?
Oh, absolutely. You ready for me to share it?
Do it.
Oh my God, that's so right. So this stairway obviously is a much smaller stairway than the main stairway that we come up for when we come in the front door of the inn, and that goes down into the kitchen.
No, so okay. That's probably what I heard something down there.
That goes down into the kitchen. My guess is we're hearing them.
Okay.
So
debunked.
I know, but the smaller staircase is in a location like this typically was a servant's stairway. And the story is that there was a maid who was going down the steps with her arms full of bedding from taking care of the rooms, and she stumbled for whatever reason, fell down the steps, and broke her neck.
And I'll address something that's kind of going on in chat right now. Claims of a lot of orbs.
Yeah.
This is it's not like, it's an older building. I'm actually like visually seeing dust particles on occasion, so.
Oh, I'm seeing orbs, but it's from that light. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Can't read.
Kind of like get used to looking at bright things, just.
How are you not seeing
Good.
orbs? There's like spots as I'm trying to read.
On with the tour?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I thought you were still talking.
Oh, no, I was just saying, that was mostly me addressing, that we're not huge orb people, per se. It's not saying it's always nothing, but a lot of times, especially in places like this where it's a little bit dustier, I tend to err on the side of caution with that, not meaning to poop on the party, but that's just kind of where we fall with such things. Your eyes adjusted yet?
I'm still seeing spots.
Did we do this room?
I did, yes.
Okay, so we're going downstairs now.
Do we want to go downstairs yet, or should we go ahead and do a little bit up here and head down in a little bit?
Yeah, we
give them a little bit more time.
Yeah, give them a little more time downstairs. So we'll hang out up here for the first part of the investigation then, it sounds like, and then kind of move down.
The rest of it isn't.
So Tracy's curious, and actually that's a good question. How many people have died here?
So I don't know the exact number, to be honest. We know at least 3. Like I was saying earlier in the investigation, we know that Louis Mason, Franny Mason, and Mary Mason have all died here. There is additionally a 15-year-old Civil War soldier who has died here.
Was there anybody from the tuberculosis sanatorium?
No, any specifically from that. I mean, there may be, but not that I can say, this
with absolute certainty.
Person. Yeah. The story is one of the young teenage girls that's here died in the inn. She hit her head out front, and they brought her in here.
The chick that fell down the stairs? The lady?
There's no documentation
of
that one, though.
But allegedly.
So, yeah. So, there's been investigations here since very shortly after they bought this. They bought it not meaning to have it be a haunted location, and they had a group of school kids in here who took a picture in room 6, and when the teacher was looking at the picture, realized there was an extra student in the picture, and that kind of like opened this whole thing up for paranormal investigating. So There's been a lot of teams in here and a lot of information gathered. So part of the information that we share is things that people have gotten time and time and time again to different teams and different people to kind of add some of that validity to the stories, and other things is actual documented history that they have. Okay, so throughout the inn, there is rumored to be, he's doing something, it's fascinating me. There are rumored to be multiple vortexes where,
Vortices.
yeah, that too, portals, whatever you want to call them, where spirits are supposedly able to come and go more easily. And one of those is this closet here in room 8. I don't know my thoughts on portals, to be very honest. I mean, I do to a certain extent, but I've always had the experience that spirits can come and go wherever they want, and so it's not necessarily a certain place. But with that said, we get a lot of weird noises out of that closet. We get a lot of knocking coming out of that closet, and nobody likes to sit with their back to that closet. So, it's interesting. Oh, that's true. I'm going to turn the light back on.
Figure it out.
Whoosh.
There we go. Blinded by the lights. All right, so we're going to kick it off with the good old EVP session. It's an oldie, but it's goodie. It's the original form of paranormal investigation. So what you'll need for this, for any aspiring paranormal investigators at home, is one of these bad boys. This is a run-of-the-mill digital recorder, and you start it just like this.
Ooh.
All right. So, Mason House in EVP session numero uno. We are in room 7, aka the Wild Rose Room.
February 26th.
26th? February 26th.
2021. Yeah. Which I found out was important going back and listening to a bunch of recordings from the same location. Put a year on there.
Year timestamp. Super important. That's basically what we want to do. And we're giving these guys the Paranormal 101 tonight, apparently.
A little bit.
I'm in full tutorial mode, so yeah, we just, timestamp it all. It's timestamped in the device most of the time, but not all the time, so you need to timestamp that shit.
So then I also see that he brought in a K2 meter.
I did, for everybody else's a viewing pleasure.
Yeah, so a K2 meter is going to help register any EMF readings that would happen in the room.
Factual.
Now, one of the things that we do need to be careful of, you're seeing that this is going off. There's a reason for that. I have my cell phone sitting right here, which has my live feed going on. And your cell phone is going to affect this. So we're going to set this someplace other than right by my phone, which is where I'm trying to watch your chat and keep up with you guys. So
if I hold it just far enough away, we're good. Okay, so that's a fantastic question, actually, Jack. Wondering whether or not my tattoos would offend the spirits. I have run into that on investigation, and it's not as frequent as you would think. I've had it to be where, naturally, as people from a different time, it's, people in, freak shows used to do this.
And it depends on the spirit. A lot of times it depends on if the spirit had prejudice to tattoos prior to passing away, they're going to carry those prejudice over. You're going to find that also with
You find some that are old enough, they don't, the tattoos have always been a thing, but, to this degree, it didn't make sense. I've actually had spirits think something was wrong with me.
Yeah. Well, but I've also had it where they won't speak to me because I'm a female.
Yeah.
So
it's just like dealing with people. Everybody's kind of different. But yeah, that's a fantastic question.
So yeah, why don't we go ahead and start
doing this old-fashioned way.
Yeah, and this, guys, we're fully aware that while we're not doing the instant gratification feedback, this may not be one of the most exciting for you guys to watch, but hey, welcome to ghost hunting. It's usually a lot of quiet and sitting around, but let's see kind of what responses we get. So there's supposedly several spirits that frequented the tavern when it was downstairs, and potentially even one who was shot in the backyard after playing a game of cards.
We got a little flicker. we're talking about bar stuff. And does that... And you can tell it little orange light over there, or if you come up to this, if you come near it, you might be able to, kind of understand that you're here. It'll light up in multiple colors. You got multiple ways of interacting. So we're talking about drinks. We brought drinks. We won't be drinking because we don't drink on Paranormal Investigations.
Don't mix spirits with spirits.
Don't mix spirits with spirits. But I'd be more than willing to share. I brought some scotch. Do you like scotch?
So obviously, since we've now stayed in this room, Bathroom Man is more brave with me because he's never used to talk to me. Mm-hmm. And when we were saying, you're come and talk to us, he's like, does that include me? No, you stay in the bathroom.
And yeah, I'm in a weird position where all I'm looking at the wall, so he could be behind me, I wouldn't even know.
You notice I'm sitting where I can see the bathroom door. Yeah. And that's the thing about this. It's...
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people tell me that they'd be terrified to go ghost hunting, that that it would be so scary, and that they couldn't imagine putting yourself in those situations where it's terrifying. It's really not terrifying. It's not like you see in the movies where people are jumping out and scaring you all the time. It really more is... Imagine if you're walking in your house and you get to the corner of a house, a corner of your house, and somebody's coming this way and you're coming this way, and you run into each other and it's like, oh, sorry, didn't know you were there. That's probably as startled as you get with things like this.
Here. I'm going to hit
here.
That with a here.
Yeah, definitely here. When I say that I'm uncomfortable with things, my uncomfortableness is I don't like, even surrounded by fleshy spirit people, I don't like them being behind me. I don't like having people be behind me when I don't know they're there, or I don't like having somebody just kind of peek at me. Those sort of things just set my hair on edge anyway. So when I say that it's this or that is uncomfortable, that's all I mean by it is I don't want to have them behind me when I don't know they're there. All right, I'm going to try to look back through chat and try.
What's Chris's greatest fear? The ongoing marching of time that's just unyielding and dragging us all to the grave. Oh, wow. Okay, so don't spike after I say shit like that, please. Okay, so I'm having a hard time right now because, guys, I don't know if I'd buy this little box in my hand. So, can you do me a favor, and if it is actually you, just help me out. I don't necessarily have to, but, if you could do me a favor, can you make that go all the way to red?
Huh, did you see that? It flashed right when you said that.
All the way. Fantastic. That's awesome. Thank you.
Those are the types of responses we're talking about, guys. If they respond to exactly what it is that we're asking them to do. Do you hear that?
What's that sound like to you?
Like talking.
But I can't say because...
But it's a male. And I don't even know if Chuck's
I feel like
here.
I'm hear it come from inside. Who's the lady in the picture?
That one may be... So it either is Chuck's grandma or they got it because the lady is wearing the same dress as Chuck's grandma. One or the other. I can't remember. But I think she may be wearing the same dress as Chuck's grandma. Chuck is the owner.
All right. So, got hooked up to the speaker. We'll be using this bad boy. Part of what I like about these apps, she explained that they're good for, to coincide with her mediumship abilities. I like them because you can use them on airplane mode. Apps like, I want to say it was Ghost Radar or something like that.
And honestly, what we were trying to do was use it on this phone, which is a dead phone. That's why it's updating and everything. It has no service, nothing. It's hooked up to their Wi-Fi, so we're able to do the update, basically. But even that can be shut off. This can be an absolutely dead phone, and we can run the applications off of here too. So once it's done updating.
And we're using an app called Spiritus. Fun app, bunch of options in it. I kind of like because it's interactive. This is what it looks like. Absolutely glorious. So there are 4 sound banks in it. If memory serves me correctly, we have a male, female, child, and voices going either slowed down, so you will hear something that sounds like Satan tonight. And it goes like, and it's not Satan, it's just a very slowed down voice.
The voices I just heard, I believe there's somebody out on the bridge.
Oh, is there?
If there's not, there's a light bouncing around on the bridge.
God, that thing's good. That's a good light. That's a damn good light.
Should have got more than one.
You hear it? Sound like it said good light.
Hi.
Hey. So this is one of those weird ones. There's a curious thing that happens to the human brain, and we just need to fill in gaps. We need shit to make sense. And that effect is called pareidolia. It basically makes us even potentially hear stuff that's not actually there. It makes sense out of absolute nonsense. And I thought I just heard this thing say Facebook Live. So can you tell me, did you say Facebook Live?
You got the ambiance on.
Do I? Oh, sure do. I was like, I've never heard this thing play music.
Okay, so the music, there's an ambiance in there that can be turned on. I'm not sure why you'd want it, but he bumped it.
Ambiance.
But
I think I heard slaves. Are you talking about how this place used to be part of the Underground Railroad?
Trying to get back to the chat so I can watch it.
Ed.
There's something about the window.
I thought I heard, do you guys know something?
Oh, they're probably asking where your mom was.
Well, and somebody had said when we asked who's here with us tonight, they said Pat, and it was kind of amusing. I'm hardly ever here without Pat, am I? Yeah, it's missing Mom. The girls? Are the girls here with us tonight? Well, hey, did you just sit on the cage?
Nope, moved it.
You did sit on the phone, though. I got it.
You got it? What's up, y'all? I feel like way too high up in the frame.
Sit and listen?
What are we listening to? Pat heard somebody that said, "What did you do?"
Who is the female that's speaking in the soft voice? Who is that?
Wait, so them.
That's just a voice I'm not familiar with. Can you tell me your name, please?
No.
I heard visiting.
Are you guys happy that somebody's visiting this weekend?
Well, has
Jeff said he heard an Annette.
them.
Is there an Annette? Was there an Annette? Is there an Annette here?
Well,
The cadence changed.
Yeah.
Are we speaking to someone named Annette? I have an aunt Annette.
So, okay.
Angie heard I was a nurse.
And I was just going to say, so this was interesting. I was thinking, not probably 90 seconds ago, we should ask about the nurse that somebody saw standing behind me in there, and then they think they heard nurse. So, first of all, y'all need to stop reading my mind, because you do that a lot down here, and it just weirds me out. But, you don't have to apologize. I was just kidding.
So yeah,
Who was the nurse that some people were seeing or sensing?
a lot coming through. You guys need to quiet down just a little bit, please.
Can you guys talk just one at a time for us? Did you hear a stop,
It stopped
and then it just
stopped.
So yeah, we're just doing a little bit of communicating. I just figured we hadn't said that for a while. We probably should catch anybody who... What was that?
I don't know, but we got a bunch of like and hearts. Somebody out there? You go check it out.
Hold still, because I thought I heard walking. Shut up, geese.
I know, all I can hear are the geese. Somebody's out there can do me a favor and make a big sound for us. All I can hear are geese.
So I don't know if you guys could hear it on the feed or not, but from outside this room is all I know. There was a pretty big thud.
Yeah.
And it was kind of followed by like some footsteps when I said, hang on a second, it sounded like there was a couple of footsteps after that. So,
We're gonna
go check it out.
Yeah, we're gonna go check it out.
Gonna leave the recorder in here.
Yeah, just in case.
Just make sure there's not still somebody outside.
So this is a kind of a weird area of the Mason house. And the entire place is very homey. It's very, warm and welcoming and nice. This area is a little different. It's not... People go to the word negative way too easily. I feel like if you say a word too much, it loses its meaning. So it's not negative, but it's definitely different here.
And it's not that it's a negative thing. It's just, and I was kind of talking to him while you were doing your thing, when you were in the loo, that I think part of the reason, like, I wasn't uncomfortable, but I was more anxious. And part of the reason I'm more anxious...
Yeah, the anxiety's high here.
It's just an area that I have more anxiety naturally, but then you add to the fact that I've got this open doorway and that open doorway and this open stairway,
the actual
and
physical
there's an empty
places.
Space down here behind
Is
my
there
legs.
really? I don't care for that. I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, it might.
I don't like that.
I've never got down on the floor. Yeah, and I've never got on the floor to see if like it's, maybe solid. So.
Anyways, why did we come to this area?
Because we had heard something, we heard a thump, and we started trying to figure out
serious
where
events,
it was.
if you're watching just part 2. We started hearing thumping. It led us out of room 5, led us down the hallway, and we decided to come down here. That's when the jump scare happened. That's when...
that was so bad.
Yeah. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to sit here now. We're going to try to do a little bit of interaction via Spiritus.
I cannot figure out how to pose.
We're both just kind of playing with pendulums. I don't know if we'll end up using a pendulum at some point in this process. I know we will at some point before the end of the night, just to keep that continuity going with the whole weekend, because we're doing the intuitive retreat.
Oh, you know what? It's because I'm on the wrong damn event.
Good job. So, because you might not watch the last video, they might have seen this, or just starting to watch this video. Chris's thing is he sees things. And God. I get general ambient lights. I can kind of see into this room, but not much. But what I do see, and keeping in mind it's not a physical person, it's mostly just a shadow figure, but what I do see is this. And it's just the creepiest.
Because the hand coming out first is what's the creepy
That's
part.
exactly it. It was the hand, because it was like a very intentional finger pull. And so thanks. That's what we've been wanting.
So does that answer your question, Carol? Yes, we get scared.
And it's not like a run and be like scared kind of fear. It's very much a yeah, kind of gives you the willies a little bit.
I can't. How's it going tonight, guys?
Hi.
Fine. Fine.
So I have a question for you.
Right.
Okay. This is a strange area for both of us. Can you explain why that is? We hear a lot about something called a vortex in that room. Is there something special going on in there? Is that where things come and go?
You heard that.
No, my brain wanted to hear that.
My brain doesn't want to hear that.
But it does. It low-key does. So, we both thought we just heard the word Dybbuk, which is a, basically, it's a type of negative spirit, demon, whatever you want to call it, in Jewish folklore. But I do know that this app is full of faux names, and one of them sounds like Dybbuk. It's Dybbuk. It's very similar, and there's no way that sort of thing is here.
No. He's staring. He's staring.
I wasn't looking at anything. Oh God. I got them goosebumps. Oh God.
What guy is staring?
Wait, this is gonna be dense. I keep getting like bursts of cold air.
Yeah, I have no idea, Mom and Pat. I asked, they said he wasn't here. He best come back by tomorrow. I need my hair. It doesn't feel like our bathroom guy.
No.
So, one of the things about the Mason house is that they say quite often that there's spirits that just kind of come and go, like almost transient spirits that stopped in here.
Well, it makes sense. It was a... Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say. If you think about the fact it was an inn and that's what happens all the time, maybe they just continue to treat this like an inn. They come, they stay for a little bit, and they leave. But there's definitely been a couple new energies here tonight that I'm not familiar with. They don't feel dangerous by any means. But probably more cat and mouse than I'm used to, too. So what we're getting ready to do is called the Estes method. And basically it is still a communication. We're still going to use the ITC devices like you saw us use the Spiritus. I'm not sure which one he's going to use, but he's going to use one of the communication applications that we've been using earlier tonight. But the difference is he's putting in a pair of noise canceling headphones. And I can tell you, based on the fact that he'll work out with these headphones in literally 5 feet in front of me, and I will try to talk to him and he can't hear me. They are noise canceling. He cannot hear with these stupid things in. So the theory is when you're doing any sort of an EVP session or when you're doing any sort of a communication session, your brain naturally will go towards pareidolia and try to come up with a reasonable answer to the question that's being asked. In this situation, we have taken away his ability to hear the questions that are being asked, and all he's doing is repeating the words and the answers that he's going to be getting through the communication device. So that way when he answers a question relevantly, it makes far more sense, or there's more validity to those answers because he didn't know what the question was, therefore he couldn't be led to a particular answer. Now, one of the things I will tell you about Chris when he is doing this, he is very, very selective of the stuff that he shares with us. So if it's even remotely questionable, he won't repeat it. It has to be a very, very clear answer. So I would guess back in the day there were quite a few games that were played in this room. What were your favorite games? Amy, he's not really making hand motions. You probably can't see it, but he has his pendulum and he's swinging his pendulum. He's just fidgeting. Where are you guys hanging out tonight? What rooms are you in? What was that?
Right fucking there.
This is why sometimes I'm glad I don't see things.
So, lady.
I was gonna say male, female.
Lady. I didn't see the face long enough because I immediately shut my eyes. White lady. Honestly, you have kind of similar shaped faces, but it's not obviously exactly like.
It might have been Fanny.
Fuck.
Why Fanny is being so prevalent tonight? Did you hear that?
Yeah. I'd be curious to double check to see if, at the time she was right there,
I wasn't paying any attention to that.
the K2 went off.
Where are you guys hanging out tonight? What rooms are you in? So for anybody who wasn't catching on to what just happened there, Chris saw somebody standing behind him.
No, not behind me. So you're me. You're me right now.
Oh. Well, no wonder. That's the
I heard it's going so fast right now.
I jumped because you jumped. I'm like, what? So,
going in.
No swearing.
Sorry. Feel my voice said sorry. It's okay. I wasn't ready. I would say tapping on the shoulder or something first would be a very similar reaction. So
well, that's what I thought is maybe you've been touched.
Be gentle.
I don't think he can hear me. I'm talking to him, and it sounded like he was answering me back, but yeah, he can't hear a word I'm saying, can he? Christopher.
Morning.
Yeah, no, he can't hear a word I'm saying, so. That loud ass noise was his
heard that
belly.
through headphones.
That was his belly. It was not a demon.
So I'm sure it's paranormal, but I definitely think I heard the word fart. It wasn't. It was completely internalized.
Oh my god, we're getting goofy. You're absolutely not in trouble. That was honestly kind of fun. I enjoyed it. Not sure he found it quite as amusing, but
Nope.
no, he didn't. Can you tell Chris your name? Who you are? What am I smelling right now, guys?
Dough.
It doesn't smell like dough, it smells citrusy. Is that like someone's perfume? Can you tell us the name of the family this inn is named after? This is going to seem weird, but I'm going to smell Chris's hands because we have a citrus lotion and it kind of smells like that, but I don't think we have it with us, so this is going to seem really weird, but
Why?
smell.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
No.
I keep getting citrus.
Weird.
Like, I was telling him, like, we have a lotion that smells kind of like...
Oh, like that orange ginger stuff?
Yeah, it smelled kind of like that. So I thought, God, did he somehow manage to bring the bottle with him? And I just...
No.
Because we don't travel with that, so... But that's why I was checking if maybe when you'd gone upstairs for your headphones, if you put lotion on. Because I keep getting a whiff of citrus.
Okay, I'm going back in. Another room.
What other room? Do you want us to go to that other room?
You'll see.
You'll see. What are we going to see?
Here. It's weird. It's changed. It's like a lot of it deliberate attempts to communicate, but for some reason something in between's fallen short.
All right, guys. Well, can you tell Chris goodbye? It might have been if I turned, because I got a little too close with my phone to the K2. I've been trying to keep it over here, but I had it in my hand and I turned and looked behind me, so probably just enough to make it go off. Yeah, a little bit. I'll keep it over here.
I'm
We'll
guessing
see.
you're wrapping it up because you're bye.
We asked him to tell you bye. Yeah. Do you have your things out still? Sit up and stick your arms straight out towards the piano.
What's it play?
All right, guys, we're going to see if that's what you guys are seeing. Okay, so like right where his hand at's right now, is that what you're seeing?
What are
Is
they
that where
seeing?
the light was?
Microphonics up.
Yeah, I know. They were saying they kept seeing a little flash of light, and they were
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
it's because
describe-
on occasion it
Yep.
does that weird like
Yep,
screen
and that's
glitch.
what we think it probably was. I was just trying to have them, based on where they said it was, make sure it was your phone they were seeing. Yep, Dustin says that's what it was. Mama Pat and him were both seeing the same thing, so. Yep, Mama Pat says that's what it was. Alright, well. What do you think, Mr. Nielsen? Did you put your headphones back in?
No, I'm just tired.
Alright, well, it is midnight. We've been
It's
going for
midnight, yeah.
about 4 hours on this live event. We have to sleep and get back up and be ready to go at
Do
10
the
o'clock
same thing
tomorrow. So for anybody who hasn't seen, tomorrow we are still at the Mason House, and we are doing actually kind of a double event, back-to-back events.
But it's really the same event because it's all the same people.
It is all the same people, but so tomorrow we are going to start out the day with an intuitive retreat where we bring in a bunch of people, and we teach them basically how to tap into their own intuition. Teach them how to
Teach them how to touch their own woo-woo.
how to touch their woo-woo. Yep. So by the end of the night, they will see things, feel things, hear things. They'll have faces put right here.
Okay, so I was not okay with that.
You jumped so much.
Because it was genuinely curious, but like I shit you not, I was paying zero attention. I can't hear fuck all, and all I get is this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and I wonder if she was just wondering what you were doing. You know,
Likely.
because I don't think we have done Estes method down here before. So yeah. So we'll start out with the intuitive retreat, help people learn how to tap into their own intuition. We have a short break in the middle, and then we start the paranormal 101 and investigation. So
Are you excited?
where's your phone?
Is it they're excited? Oh. It's right here. Son of a bitch.
Busted again. So we'll do a paranormal 101. We've got a bunch of people coming for that too. It's all the same people throughout the day. Everybody wanted to do both parts. But we'll.
Oh, it's gone forever.
I don't see it.
I don't either. And it's a rock, it can't just bounce.
I mean, it could.
Nope, it's right there. Ah! It's so bright. Oh, goodness. I got it.
You gotta turn around.
As always, we love you, sexy bitches. I can't put it any lower.
You just gotta tip it more.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to go to bed.
Love you guys.
We love you.
Thank you for you guys who stuck with us all night long. You are freaking rock stars. Rusty, if you are still watching, you're a rock star for watching.
Oh my gosh, we still have another live going.
Not just one, but
I'm gonna
2
go fix
live
that.
streams all night
All right.
long. Love you guys.
Toodles.
Thank you.
Trying to hit the